Okay, quick overview how I'm going to process these pictures in Lightroom. So we photographed these pictures in RAW versus JPEG, and we're going to Lightroom to develop them, or also known as process them or edit them. I don't like the word edit myself, so I'm going to say process them. So when we open the Lightroom catalog, we have up here Navigator. We'll be using that, and we'll be using collections. We probably won't use these other folders for this type of photography, so I'm going to open the Navigator with the diamond, and I'm opening collections with the diamond. Now, the collections, we had stored your file when we loaded the pictures in here. I'm going to go here to Liam Crescent Moon Pictures. We have two modes up here, library, where we can see all the thumbnails. We can make the thumbnails bigger by sliding this. I like to enlarge it where I can see like 4 pictures. Now I can scroll down with the scroll bar. And I'm looking for a great shot. Okay, so I'm looking for a 5-star image. This one looks good. It's a little darker than this one, so I'm going to highlight it and push 5 for 5 stars. It put the 5 stars on there. If I see anything that I don't love, I can put an X on it to delete it. And it's really a matter of opinion if you want to X off of some of these. Say if we want to X this one, I highlight it, put an X on it. It put an X up here in the corner. Now I can go up here to File. No, not File, Edit. Select by flag. So an X means rejected. Hit rejected. Now I'm going to reduce the thumbnails to make sure it only highlighted the ones I X'd, okay? Just the one. Now on the keyboard I press delete and it takes that one away. Notice also here in the library view, we have the quick develop mode over here. So say I take this picture, I can go to quick develop in the library mode, and I can press exposure where I can lighten or darken. Or I can add vibrance, which is like another form of color saturation. And that would be the quick way to develop the picture. But I like to take it in the next step and open the picture in the develop mode. Okay, we're now in the develop mode. And I have just this one photo selected. I'm going over here to color temperatures, and right now it defaults to how I shot it. I'm going to see how it looks in the daylight mode. I'll compare that to the shade mode. There's shade, it's much oranger. I'm going to go back to as shot. And I can also change the color by sliding the color temperature. If I slide it towards the yellow, you can see the picture is warmer. If I slide it towards the blue, the picture is cooler. So it's really a matter of taste. Cool makes the trees look green, but yellow makes the rocks look redder. And the trees are yellower, so maybe you want an in between. So that would be a time to adjust that versus using the drop down of as shot, daylight, or cloudy. Now going on to the next step, this box, I can click auto. And it's going to set for me the exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, whites, and blacks. Usually on a landscape photo, I'm happy with what it's set, except for the exposure. Usually it's too light, so I'm going to reduce it to be the density, meaning the brightness or the darkness that I want it to be. It looks good now. I'm going to go ahead and export this picture. I'm happy with the settings that it made in these other areas, the highlights, the whites, and the black. So I'm going to go up to File, choose Export. My menu is going to come up where it's going to export it to. So I'm choosing my external hard drive. And I'm choosing the folder where I put the photos. So I'm going to where I keep these. So this is last year, 2020, and I know it was in November, so I'm going to find your file. Let's see, November, Crescent Moon, Sharon, that's where they were. Click onto that. Now I'm going to make a folder in here, and I'm going to call these the after pictures. Create. Now it's empty. I'm in the after folder, and I'm going to choose it. And now I'm going to do custom renaming. So I've got this rename checked, and it's going to, I'm going to write a custom name, but it's going to keep the original file number. So the file number on this photo is 8256. Right now it would just say, well, right here it says custom text raw, but we're going to put the date of the picture. Right now I'm just going to put November 2020. And I'm going to write crescent moon. Okay. And I'm just checking down here. Image sizing is set to long end 12 inches. That's all I need to change. I'm going to export, and it will show me on the top left here. It's exporting that one file. And I'm going to go back to library now and back here to thumbnails to see if I want to work on any more photos. And that's pretty much it. Have fun creating, and I look forward to seeing what you work on. One more thing, when you go to turn off Lightroom, quit Lightroom, if it gives you the prompt to back up the catalog, right now mine's set to back up the catalog once a week when existing Lightroom. I set yours to back up every time you close Lightroom. So I press backup, and it takes an extra minute, but it's worth it, because if you ever lose your pictures somehow, you're going to have an extra copy of it on your hard drive. All right, have fun creating. Bye for now.